So in chapter 10, we covered marketing research in the era of big data. And that is just pretty much conducting a scientific experiment. If you've ever taken a biology class, conducting an experiment, you have to ask, what are you trying to achieve, do a little bit of research, form a hypothesis, etc., etc. The purpose of doing the marketing research is to figure out what specific group is seeking, their wants, their needs, their likes, dislikes, things like that. You want to figure out how to best design this product to fit the group that you're targeting. So that's what marketing research does for you. I have a note here. We talked about in class, you want to achieve this as most cost effectively as possible, because the product is in still the design stage, I guess. It's not a product yet, so don't want to waste money where you don't have money yet. So marketing research, there's a process just like a scientific experiment. So first you want to define the problem. So ask your question, what are we trying to accomplish? Say ages 12 to 18, you're trying to sell some shoes, trying to design some shoes. What color do you want to make the shoes? That's where this would come into play. Like, would they like this color or this color better, I guess, per se. So that's the first one, is define the problem. Second step is conduct exploratory research. So ask around, do just a little bit of background research, look at sales, projected sales, how is this going to affect sales, things like that. And then comes the fun part, you formulate a hypothesis. So you say, okay, we're gonna do this, and this is how it's gonna work. In science, you'd say, okay, by choosing this placebo, it's going to alter this tumor, I guess. So by choosing this color, you're going to hit your sales profit. You're going to exceed your sales profit. So then step 4 is creating a research design. So this sets the stage for the process. Along the road, it is just a master plan for how you're going to go about this. Pretty basic. Next step is collecting your data, and you can do this multiple ways. So there's primary data and there's secondary data. Primary is data that you collect yourself. So if you send out a survey, or if a company that you bought a pair of shoes from sends out a survey saying, hey, how did you like your experience with us? Leave us a rating, things like that. And then secondary data would be just using data that another company has already collected. Those companies bank off of that because using secondary data is easier. Both have a margin for error, as most things do. But yeah, so then the last step is interpret and present research data. So just putting all of your findings into one big report. You want to make sure that the reports are clear and concise, just so you know what to go off of. So then I'll go into a little bit of the different methods of research. What was it? Marketing research. So there's several different methods. Survey method is the most common. Like I said, you buy a pair of shoes from a company, they're going to email you a survey saying, hey, rate your experience. What would you change? Things like that. Did you like the product? There's the experimental method, which is the least used. I had never heard of it until class, but yeah, there's a lot. I won't get into it too much, but survey method is the most used. Telephone interviews are also very common. Telemarketers used to be a thing, aren't so much anymore. But yeah, I think that covers it all.